I see a medic and supply officer over there. If they know you're with me, they'll likely offer their assistance.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch? This is perfect! I'll have everybody's mouths watering when they see this! Damn it! Lenniget's soldiers!
Any way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be ready.
Well, so much for them not wanting to fight.
Oh! I am Lord Dohalim of Elden Menancia. I command you.
Threat to the city must be erased.
No. Have they been brainwashed too?
Brainwashed or not, if they want to fight, they got one.
I'm ready! Not on my watch! Where are you going?
Internal devastation!
The enemy wields arms too.
You'll soon see about that!
Flaming meteor!
Damning baby!
Rending you apart! Bloody holiday!
Now or never.
Take this!
Easter!
Flaming meteor!
Shattering like a dog!
This one's mine! Do it! Turn away! Here's a healing arm! This one's mine! Water! Here's a call! Look sharp! Their arcs were interrupted! Hurricane strike! I'm already getting started! Where are you going? Nothing gets by me!
On your knees!
Ignite!
Hurricane strike!
Internal devastation!
I'll smash you! I'm ready!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Mega Ray!
Going in!
Internal devastation!
Take this!
Hurricane strike!
It's over. Crush.
Elusive deity!
Flame inside me.
Here's the
You're
roll.
to be let free.
Laser spear! Look evil! Freeze Racer!
I owe you one.
Hurricane strike!
I'm ready! All yours, Kisara!
Those soldiers seem different from the citizens we've come across so far.
Yeah, they weren't big talkers, that's for sure. They just attacked without warning.
They weren't in the least bit fazed by Dohalim's presence either.
Indeed. They seem to recognize us as enemies. And yet, traditionally, Lennigus hasn't been high on threats. A few frenzied Zeugles during experiments here and there.
Their glazed-over eyes reminded me of the soldiers and slaves we met back in Ganath Harros. The ones in blind devotion to Volron.
I've never seen anything like that here on Lenegis before.
Maybe someone doesn't want us here, and the soldiers are their way of letting us know.
What with the Red Woman, the Sovereign, and Volron, you're starting to develop quite the growing list of adversaries. At least we'll know to keep our wits about us.
This one's tough! Crush! Lionheart!
Here, let me help.
Crush!
Hurricane foot!
Take this!
A wall to shield.
Crush!
Your reflexes will not serve you
Eternal
well.
devastation! No escape!
Gravitas field!
They smite with black and blue.
Take this!
Hurricane foot!
Ready? Attack!
This one's
Let me
mine!
see what I can do.
Lightning!
Execute.
Lightning meteor!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And unburied to me!
Eternal devastation! This one's all mine!
This one's mine!
Burn in hell!
Glacial spear!
I'm ready. All yours, Kisara. My turn.
Crush! Eternal devastation!
Annihilation!
Crush!
Going in!
Dragon Swarm!
In a bind.
Eternal devastation!
I'm out of ammo! I'm all
Take
stocked
this!
up!
No escape! Eternal devastation!
I'm ready! Shion! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
Reflect on
Ignite!
That's it! Tiger Blade!
I'm ready.
Hurricane foot!
Eternal devastation!
Anything in armor is all mine.
I need to pull myself
Here I
together.
come! Crush!
On guard!
Eternal devastation!
Hurricane, make your
Did
way!
it! Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
I feel... sprightlier than before.
Brace yourself! This one's tough! I'm not done!
Lightning!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Flame of fury! Burning!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Hear my hurricane foot!
Time to cross the blade! I'm not done!
Here's a healing art!
Sword Rain Alpha! This one's all mine!
Look sharp! One more!
Ignite!
On guard! Bronze and red!
Eternal devastation!
On guard! Flame of fury! Burning! Not on my watch! This one is
Eternal
mine!
devastation!
In a bind.
Lunar Arc! Freeze blade! Down! You're off! I never miss!
Shattering going in. Attack flash.
Searing flame!
I can carve through walls.
How
Take
about
this!
this?
Eternal devastation!
Searing flame!
Going
in! Reload!
Here I come!
How about
It's
this?
over! Eternal devastation! It's done! You picked the wrong fight!
Look sharp! Take this!
It's over!
Sword
Rain Alpha!
Going in! Flame of fury! Hurricane! This one's
Sword
mine!
Rain Alpha!
Leave the charges to me.
Onward! Annihilation!
Charge like that can easily be fatal. Just as well, I'm here to
Sword Rain
stop.
Alpha!
Take this!
Honor won't save you. On your knees.
Arc sealed! This one's mine! Not in your dreams!
I owe you one!
Resonate with the earth. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa! Going in.
Burn in hell!
Take this. Begin.
Crush!
Lunar Arc.
Eternal devastation! Crush!
Going in.
You're
Resonate
mine!
with the earth. In a bind.
Lunar blast!
Eternal devastation!
Resonate with the earth.
Crush!
Where are you going?
No! Hurricane Flood!
Bathed in blood.
Turn up!
Hurricane foot! Searing flame! Radiant This one's mine.
Sword Rain out!
Shattering the
Attack time. Lightning. Leave the crush to me. Hurricane strike.
Inside me!
Dance on the wind. Hurricane strike.
Eat dirt!
reflect on that
guard.
Here I come!
They smite with blinding blade.
Sword Rain
This
Alpha!
one's mine.
Crush!
Hurricane strike.
Eternal
Ready.
Fusion!
On guard. Switch to offense. Confiscated.
Sword Rain!
Into the shadows.
No art for being interrupted.
Eternal Devastation!
Radiant.
Take that!
Reload.
Eternal Devastation! Sword Rain Alpha! Eternal Devastation!
Going in.
Shattering the pieces. Attack.
Sorry, Cub.
Hear my do the same for me.
Now you see what I can do.
Glacial shield. Here's evil. On guard.
Onward.
It's on!
Freeze Lancer.
No further.
Hurricane strike.
Eternal Devastation! You picked the wrong fight!
Take this. I'm ready.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Hurricane strike. I never miss.
Dance on the
Ready
wind.
to go. I need to
Denied.
pull myself together.
Eternal Devastation!
On guard. Radiant light. Here.
Take it.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Radiant hurricane strike.
Elusive deity.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Ready. Glacial curve. Here. Hurricane strike. Not on my watch.
I let my guard down.
I couldn't make it in time.
I'm not done!
From beyond, imbued in flame inside me.
Yours to be let free!
Need to pull myself
Your
together.
incantation ruined. Can you take it?
Radiant here. Here, let me help.
Sword Rain Alpha! Eat dirt!
Glacial healing arm.
Any more of this and I'll burn out.
Try to come over. Here, let me help. On guard. This isn't ideal.
Eternal Devastation!
Soaring blast.
I don't even know the word defeat. Glacial healing.
Crush!
Hurricane
In a bind.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Going in. Make it rain.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
I'll clear the way through.
I've got your back.
Bring him down.
I'm not done! Eternal Devastation!
Look sharp.
I owe you a honor!
Have you ever considered your purpose?
Oh my lord! Eternal Devastation!
I can carve through water.
Here I go.
That's it.
Here goes.
Leave targets to me. Look sharp.
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Eternal Devastation! Not today!
Astral energy.
Say no more! An astral art?
That's my cue.
Shut him down!
Make it rain! I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life. On your
Mega ray.
Its armor's too strong!
Then I'll split it open.
Be my guest!
Resonate with the earth. I'm ready.
My
This
turn.
one's mine.
Sword Rain Alpha! Crush! The flame of fire! Not today!
Here we go.
Eternal
Too much. This one's armor won't save you.
My field!
Do it. Going in.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
How much longer will our healing art last? This one will be difficult to predict.
Now you'll learn!
Take this.
Sword Rain Alpha! Eternal Devastation!
So much for talking it out.
You got spirit!
Elusive deity.
Eternal Devastation! Sword Rain Alpha!
I don't have much left.
Take it! Eternal Devastation!
Look sharp. Elusive deity.
I'm gone! Now you've gone and ticked me off!
This one's all mine!
Hurricane strike!
Burn!
I'm ready! Go, Halim!
All yours, Kisara.
Now! Eternal
I can carve through armor.
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Hear me, flame of fury!
Glacial Spear! This one's mine!
Eternal devastation!
Swing
Blast!
One more!
Eternal devastation!
Water! Hear my
You're
call!
finished!
Here's the evil!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Ready to go! Far enough!
It's over!
I'm
Dance on the wind.
Not today!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life.
Perhaps we ought to recuperate for a while.
I agree. Fighting in this state would be reckless. Those soldiers don't seem to have any qualms about attacking on sight.
Is someone making them stand guard over the Forbidden Zone?
It'll take more than that to break my shield!
Dependable as the last.
Guy is mine! On guard! Annihilation! Look sharp! Magna Ray! Send into the fray!
As if the normal creepy crawly wasn't disgusting enough.
I'm done. I won't fight just for the sake of it.
Bad feeling about this.
Anything in armor is all
Going
mine.
in! By the pound, where are you going?
Sword Rain Alpha!
Look sharp!
Sword Rain Alpha!
These ones can run rings around us.
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
Shield from calamity.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Being interrupted.
Sword Rain Alpha! No escape!
Here I go!
Rending you
You're
apart.
mine!
Eternal devastation!
Can't get out of this.
Sword Rain Alpha! You're finished! Sword Rain Alpha!
On your knees.
Ignite!
Make it rain!
Radiant, this ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Searing
Sword Rain Alpha!
On your knees.
I hear you all! Denied!
Healing circle!
Sword Rain Alpha! Eternal devastation!
Blood. Rending
I owe you one.
bloody hollow.
Eternal devastation!
Negative.
You're mine! Sword Rain
Can't get out
Alpha!
of this.
Into
You're
the
finished!
Hurricane Strike!
Burn! Sword Rain Alpha!
Now you see what I can do.
Time to shine!
Not in your dreams!
I'm ready.
Redwell, astral energy! Full throttle!
Here I go!
Sword Rain
I'm only
Alpha!
getting closer!
Rotating pile driver.
Here I come!
I never miss! On guard! Make it rain!
Blow them away! Now!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil! On
Take
guard!
this!
Freeze
Eternal
guard!
devastation!
On your knees.
Take this!
Air
On guard! I'm all stocked up! Hurricane
Sword
Strike!
Rain Alpha!
Look sharp! Do it! One more!
Kisara. All yours, Kisara.
Well, am I improving?
Tremendously. The speed and precision of your aim is simply unmatched.
I had no idea you were watching me so closely.
What's this thing?
Don't get careless.
Don't tell me!
Engaging!
Take this!
Take this!
They really don't give up, do they?
Not today!
I don't have much left. Pull myself together. One more! This one's mine.
Armor won't save you!
Here I come!
Will this help?
Try harder! Crush!
Look sharp!
Eternal Devil! Thanks! Eternal Devastation!
Going in. Do it!
Blow them away!
Going in.
Sword Rain Alpha! Eternal Devastation! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Sword Rain Alpha!
Where are you going?
Locked and loaded!
Eternal Devastation!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
Lightning!
Take this!
Sword Rain Alpha! Crush!
Sighted! Go!
Eternal Devastation!
To me!
Sword Rain Alpha! Eternal Devastation!
I can carve through armor!
Sword Rain Alpha! Burn in hell! I'm ready! Double me! In an instant! Impact Cross!
On your knees!
I'm only getting lightning!
Sword Rain Alpha!
One more! Not on my watch!
I'm ready!
Here!
Hey! Blow them away!
We won.
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to fight it.
Brace yourself! This one's tough! I see one, eh?
Any more of this and I'll burn out. Being interrupted. I can read your moves like a
Mega Ray!
This should do it!
Going in.
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Sword Rain
This
Alpha!
one's mine! Nothing can try me!
Eternal Devastation!
Pieces!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Now you see what I can do!
Like steel?
In a bind?
Sword Rain Alpha! Take this! You picked the wrong fight!
I'm gone!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Not on my watch! Here in a circle!
Try harder! Be on chip! Everlasting glacial
I have no limits! Try harder! Eternal Devastation!
Out of ammo!
Burn in hell!
It's go time! Can't get out of... I'm ready!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
Here's a healing art!
Mirage!
This one's mine!
Sword Rain Alpha!
I can carve through armor!
Do it! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Watch and sleep!
Elusive deity! Hitting hard up! I'm ready!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Searing flame! Reload! Hurricane thrust!
Look sharp! Elusive deity!
Hurricane strike!
Not today!
Hitting pile
Look sharp!
Take it!
I'm out of ammo! Do it! Strike!
All yours, Kisara!
My exploits are bearing fruit. This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Alphen.
Yes! It opened!
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
What?
What the?
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Danon. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for, let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
What the hell just happened?
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to. She looked exactly like Shion.
It was Naori. Naori Imaris. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
She really does look like Shion.
That's all very well and fine, but what did we just witness exactly? It was too real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all—
But how is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the Red Woman's handiwork too?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up for all we know. Perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might...
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
Shion, you okay?
Yeah. It was all just a little sudden. That's all. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision reliving painful episodes from your past, do you think you can handle it?
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, it might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have it just as bad. I'd like to liberate them too if I can. Which is just another reason I can't afford to shield my eyes from the truth.
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else, you always stay the same. Your indignation and righteous passion, your desire to free and protect, they're all hardwired into you. Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
Faria, how did you get in here?
Wait, something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
A summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when...
We can talk later. Here it comes!
What? I've never known Faria to control Zeugles like that before.
How that was a stone that looks suspiciously like a master core.
What the? Where did she get her hands on that?
First we handle the Zeugles. Then we get some answers.
Anything in order.
Aim for their weak spot.
I'm going in.
I can carve through armor.
By the
Shield
power
and
of
blade.
Mega Ray!
Take this! Eternal devastation!
How about this? Elusive deity.
Here I come!
Eagle ray.
Hurricane Strike!
Sword Rain Alpha! Try hard not to get! Eternal devastation!
That'll bring you down!
Sorry,
Take this!
Going in! Thunder Blade!
Burn in hell!
On guard!
You're finished!
One more! Heal! Denied!
Sword Rain Alpha!
No further!
Rip shot! Here! Take this! Tiger Blade! Hurricane! Take this! Look shot!
Now you see what I can do.
Look shot! Not on my watch! Tiger Blade!
I'll grind you into dust.
Mega Ray! On guard! Mighty left!
Catapult! Crush!
Perfect move!
Here I come! Eternal
Tiger
devastation!
Blade! Hurricane Strike! Here's my call! On guard!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
This one's mine!
You're mine!
Glacier
Eternal
going in! Here's the
devastation!
Evo!
Elusive deity.
Look shot!
Eagle ray.
That's it!
Crush! You're finished!
Look shot! Glacier
Take
shield!
this!
Here's the
Going
Evo!
begin.
Switch open!
Anything in armor is all mine.
Hurricane Flare!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Going in! Take this! I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
Hurricane Strike! Primed and ready. This one's mine. Nothing gets by me. Denied. Need to pull myself together.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Hurricane strike. I'm all stopped
The
up.
flame inside me yearns to be let free. Prepare to be Eternal devastation!
There. One more.
Eternal devastation! Eat dirt!
Steering flame.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Here's a healing art.
Eternal devastation!
Hurricane ready and rare.
The Tempest engulfs you! I can carve through armor!
I'm all stopped up. Hurricane
Raising you a pump!
Here, let me help. First aid! This one's
Sword Rain
mine.
Alpha!
Glacial spear.
Sword Rain
Here's the
Alpha!
evil.
Try
Freeze
harder!
laser. I'm gone. That's it. Here. Let me help.
This should do it! Coyote!
Lightning.
This
Down
one's
here,
all mine!
real.
Eat dirt!
Get here. Let me help.
Here I come!
First aid.
Eternal devastation! It's over!
Hurricane
Sword Rain
strike.
Alpha!
Going in. Here I go. Not in your dream. Got it.
Shield begin!
Ready and rare. Healing circle.
I can carve through armor!
Primed and ready.
You made me angry. That was a bad
Here I
idea.
go. Think again. Where are you going?
Eternal
Time to
devastation!
shine. Hurricane strike.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Going in.
Flame inside me yearns to be let free! It's wide open! It won't escape me! Eternal devastation! No further!
I will.
Take this!
Hurricane strike.
It's over!
Resonate with the earth!
Here I come!
Stalagmite!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Freeze laser.
Eternal devastation!
Look sharp.
Try harder! My
By
turn!
the power of water. Mega ray. I'm gone.
That's it! Now you see what I can do! Tempest engulfs you!
Hurricane strike. Make it rain.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Sword Rain Alpha!
Arc seal. Hear me.
Negative
Fury. Burning sun. Going in.
Eternal devastation!
Hurricane strike. Going in.
Wits about you, people.
Here's evil.
Sword I could do without this pain!
Freeze laser. Glacial punch.
You're mine!
Watson. Glacial punch. I'm ready.
Negative gate!
This
Resonate with
one's
the
mine.
earth!
Hurricane strike.
Sword Rain Alpha! Try harder!
I'm gone. Ready and ready. Let me help.
Can't move! Forgive me. This is my fault.
Water. Here's
Now
my
you see
call.
what I can do!
Let me at him. Red. Glacial spear. Here's
This
evil.
should do it!
Hurricane
Can't
strike.
get out of this!
Hear me. Flame of fury.
This one's mine.
Glacial spear. Here's evil. I'm gone.
Eternal devastation!
Freeze laser. Glacial fire. Ready. Radiant.
Can't move! This should do it!
Aw, too shy to come on. You have... Hold on.
Bloody howling!
This should do it!
Denied.
Take this! Shield
Rain
I can carve through armor!
Use too much!
Hurricane strike. Here's a healing art.
Take
First
this!
aid.
Eternal
Switch to
devastation!
offense. Hurricane. Here's
Try
evil.
harder!
Eat dirt. This one's mine. Hurricane strike.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Let me help.
This should do it!
Hurricane strike.
Not today!
Look sharp. I'll cover you.
Sword Rain Alpha! Eternal devastation!
Confiscate. This one's down. One more.
I
Getting
can carve
started.
through armor!
Downfall. Here's the take it. We'll make it like
Take this!
Appreciate the help.
Sword Rain
Hurricane
Alpha!
strike. Radiant going in. I won't give up.
I couldn't make it.
I can't fear touch me under my...
Sword Rain
Hammer
Alpha!
of fury.
Burn!
Hurricane strike.
Stardust! Mirage! Here I come!
Here, let me help. Look sharp. One more.
Here I come!
Lunar Arc. Hurricane Strike. I can carve through all. This one's mine.
The enemy's on the road.
We've got him where we want him.
It's time to end this battle.
Shield and
Rending you up!
look sharp. Punch it out in your dreams. That's it. Hurricane
Try
Strike.
harder!
Look
You're
sharp.
mine! Internal devastation!
Hurricane Strike. Will this help? This one's mine.
Internal devastation! Here I come!
Hurricane Strike.
Purge!
I own one back. Going in.
Internal devastation! Attack!
Right, watch out. Anything in armor is all mine. Here, let me help.
Bloody
Far enough.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Armor won't save you. Flame of
Sword Rain Alpha! Try harder!
Now you've gone and ticked me off.
Glacial Steel.
Take this!
Hurricane
Internal
Strike.
devastation! Sword Rain Alpha!
Here's the healing art.
Scream.
Going in.
Rending you up bloody howling! Resonate with the
Sword Rain Alpha! No further. Stay away! My friend!
Guardian Field. That's a bit.
Ready to go.
Resuscitation.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Will this help?
The flame
Hurricane
inside me
Strike.
is yours! Be let free!
Healing circle.
Thanks, Shion.
Ah! You picked the wrong fight!
Dagger toe. I'm only getting
Internal
paid. Roll on.
Thank you.
Going in.
Internal devastation!
Hurricane Strike.
Internal devastation!
Going in. Hear me.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Get out of the way.
It's over!
Hurricane Strike.
Take this! Enough! Ah! Sword Rain Alpha!
If it's in the
Internal
sky, it's
devastation!
mine.
Sword Rain Alpha! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Now it's just her! Faria, can you hear me? Faria!
She's preparing another summoning!
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more. Dohalie!
Forgive me. Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Shion, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
In that case...
I'll take her off your hands.
You?
Avakir, what are you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnigan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohalie. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her.
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate. And the same goes for you as well. Neither you nor Faria would have lost loved ones.
You're wrong. Kalzalik was the one who killed my brother, under orders from Almadria. As for Tarnagan, if it weren't for the crown contest, he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that. Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember. You never forget. You keep it in your heart, not for those already passed, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference. Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its stead. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow, Dohalim, not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Shion,
Huh?
thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Glad to be of service.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right? Let's move on. What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her. It reminds me of Xion's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling, just like the will of Dana.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions... I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure!
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
Let's keep moving. If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Xion's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of. And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
Finally, we begin to understand what the thorns are.
Yes, and their source. A ceremony that occurred 3 centuries ago.
But we still don't know how to get rid of them. I just hope we can find a way. Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Xion's thorns. So I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens. I'm determined to save Xion and Dana. Nothing I learn can change that.
Do you think Faria was really being controlled by...
Certainly seemed that way. The question is, who? The Red Woman?
The same person who's behind all of this, I'll bet. Whoever that is.
Brainwashed or otherwise, the feelings of resentment she holds.
Someone used her because they knew we'd hold back. If that's...
It does tell us one thing at least. Someone here in Lenegis is watching us. Someone who means us harm.
There's no question. That attack was meant for us alone.
By someone capable of getting inside a person and manipulating them like a weapon.
That vision we saw. It was as if...
What do you make of it? Do you still think the will of Dana might be in...
Maybe it's trying to tell us something. But what?
Well, it could be supernatural. You know, like seeing dead people, messages from beyond the grave, ghost-type stuff.
That's your grand theory? That we're being haunted? Come on, Law.
Wait. He might be closer to the mark than you think. What if a person's thoughts and deeds were to somehow become indelibly etched into the... And what if those with a connection could then somehow pick up on them?
You think that's what it was? Some kind of message someone left here for us?
I am merely entertaining the possibility. Whether it was Dana's will, or somehow connected to the Sovereign and Maiden's power.
Okay, back up a sec. You're saying that if a place is full of enough astral energy, it can somehow show us events that happened.
More to the point, how does that much astral energy gather in one place anyway? Seems unlikely it happened naturally.
Whatever it was, it survived here intact for 300 years. Whoever left it for us...
The strength of their intent.